I'm a Disney princess, y'all. What's good? Welcome to the dope. I'm Maui. Uh, I don't know what happened. We're here to talk about our favorite Disney songs of all time today. And to join me today, this is our round two. So our category this today is I Want songs. And to join me today to talk I Want songs, we're waiting for our fourth panelist, but I'll introduce my second and third panelists today. First joining me, Maui, is not Eric, but his scroll replacement, Skrerick. Everybody, say hello to Skrerick. How you doing, Skrerick?
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
I guess that's my name now.
Watch our Loki review to understand the origin of Skrerick. No, Eric, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right.
All right. You ready to fight it out for your favorite songs this week? You gave us some good battles last week. We're excited to talk to you again about this.
Indeed, yes.
Yes. Also joining us today to talk Disney songs. First time on the show. Her sister's been on a couple times, but this is her first time. Welcome, Virginia. Virginia, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. You're looking great, Maui.
Well, thank you.
I like the bangs with the side sweep thing. Yeah, getting serious princess vibes. Love it.
Serious princess vibes, indeed. Mike says, "Don't trust him." I agree. Don't trust Scroll Eric. So let me take this ridiculous filter off my face. Okay, so we are here tonight. We're going to talk about our favorite Disney songs. Last week we went through our favorite villain songs. I'll review our order from last week. What we ended up with. At 16, we had "Snuff Out the Light." At 15, we had "The Elegant Captain Hook." At 14, we had "Trust in Me." At 13, "The World's Greatest Criminal Mind." At 12, "Prince Ali Reprise." 11, "High Diddly Dee." At number 10, "Mother Knows Best." Number 9, "Shiny." Number 8, "Mine, Mine, Mine." At number 7, we had Oogie Boogie's Song. At number 6, we had "Cruella de Vil." And now for the top 5. At 5, we had "Friends on the Other Side." At 4, we had "Gaston." And then we had a really big fight over the top 3. At third slot, we have "Hellfire." At the number 2 slot, we had "Be Prepared." And at number 1 slot, we had "Poor Unfortunate Souls." Really could be nothing else. Like I'm very happy with that number 1 seed. I know that there's someone else that's not happy about it. Kat, who might also be a scroll. I'm not sure. Once one person's a scroll, like really everyone's a scroll. I could be a scroll. Once it starts, it's just gets out of control. So today we're talking about the I Want division. Eric, why don't you tell our audience what the I Want song is?
So the term usually applies to Broadway musicals, because generally there's a song near the beginning of the show where the protagonist just sings about what they want, what their goals are, what is going to drive the plot of the show, basically. And this approach, it had been used in Disney films in the past, but they never really used that terminology until the Disney Renaissance, beginning with The Little Mermaid, because I believe it was Howard Ashman, one of the songwriters, that sort of introduced this concept and made it sort of integral to the modern Disney movies the way we know them now, where they would take that approach, be like, okay, this is what this song's purpose in the plot is.
Yes. Thank you for that wonderful recap of what the I Want song is, Eric. Now, last week we decided kind of the criteria that we were going to judge these songs on. I'd like to do the same thing this week. So what are the criteria upon which we judge these songs? Are we using the same criteria as last week? Do we want to add anything? I believe last week we had narrative importance was one of them. How well does it serve the story as a part of the function of the story. What else did we have, Eric? We had
I'm trying to remember now.
Cultural impact.
Oh, right, yes.
How big was the song?
A hit. It was how it like influenced like other movies or like other Disney fans and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And what was our third heat there? Do you remember?
Oh, I'm trying to recall now.
I was just recounting them earlier to you, Virginia, and I've already forgotten because I'm old.
I feel like one of them should be like bopability.
I like the term bopability. I'm writing bopability down.
Yeah, I think we did talk about like whether it was catchy, like how good it was like musically as a song. I forget whether we had separated that from like the impact, what you were just talking about.
Right. Mike said popularity, but I thought popularity was kind of called into cultural impact.
Yeah.
We'll write down popularity too. Any other metrics that we want to approach this on? We're talking about the I want, so the narrative importance to me, that also means like how well does the song serve the function of I want? Like, are the wants clear? Are the character motivations clearly defined through this within the structure of the story? Cultural impact, like I said, I also think that, I think actually we can't separate that in terms of like cultural importance and popularity. I think we can definitely split those into two things. Bopability, I like bopability as well. Like, is it a good song? Like, how good is the song? I think that's really good.
I know we talked a little bit before.
There's a lot of hate on us not putting Hellfire number one. Like, Cat has like a contingent. I think they're plants in our listenership. I'm just saying. So what were you saying, Virginia?
No, I think earlier we talked about like the I want song. Is it something that we want? Like, can we connect with the song based on what they're singing about that they want? I don't want some of these things.
That's
okay.
Yeah. Good point. Like how applicable it is to your own life.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that a lot. Like, is there want vapid? I think that's really important. Actually, how do we connect with what they're saying? Is what they're is there want a good want, or is there want like I want to be defined by like a male prince? So I think like some of our older Disney movies perhaps will suffer because of this, because a lot of the times the function of it is to I want a man to come save me, right? Like right. That like that kind of stuff, the someday my prince will comes of the world, things like that, could suffer, I think, potentially because of that. So let me share my screen here and we'll pull up the list. It is not in any order right now. So the Disney list is not in any order right now, but I will share it. We're not going to really get into it until we get our final person here, because she should be here any second now. So I'm not going to go too hard in the paint until we get her here. So right now, let me blow that up a little bit. That's what she said. I don't know. Here we go. Here's our I want division right here. So we have currently and like I said, this list is not currently in any order. Our Disney songs that we're going to be discussing: Someday My Prince Will Come, A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes, In a World of My Own, Part of Your World, Belle reprise. I fixed it, Eric. Yeah. I Just Can't Wait to Be King, Just Around the River Bend, Out There, Go the Distance, Reflection, Strangers Like Me, Almost There, When Will My Life Begin, For the First Time in Forever, How Far I'll Go, and Into the Unknown.
I think it is in an order. It was chronological. We were just like going through the list of movies and like in order.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that was how we put this together.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it actually might be pretty close to chronological order. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think we did. I think we were just going through each movie from the first one on. Yeah. So yeah, I would agree with that, Eric. Okay. Well, she's not quite here yet. So while we're waiting for our final panel member, she should be here in a couple minutes. I'm going to show off this list again. And Virginia, you weren't here for this conversation. Is there anything you disagree with? Please don't say Hellfire. So is there anything like, how would you have arranged this? Is there anything in here that you think should have been higher that got kind of robbed?
I mean, I love Cruella de Vil. I love the swing of that song and how like nonchalant they are about her complete abject cruelty. I think that lends like a great juxtaposition to like, we're talking about this person who is absolutely horribly cruel, but we're all gonna like lean back into this funky jazz vibe while we talk about it. So like when you talk about bopability, that comes to mind, and shiny. And it could just be because I have a 4-year-old. And maybe or maybe not copious amounts of glitter in my house. But really like that song, really feel like it's got some bopability. And it's one of those songs that as a parent, you catch like the little funny bits that your kid isn't really meant to catch. That makes it a little bit funnier. Just the overall personality of the crab that's just overtly rude, but somehow obtuse to the whole situation that they're being like completely, I don't know, like controlled by something that's not even really a part of their existence. And just, it's a very funny song.
I get what you're saying. You don't feel, however, that perhaps it's a bit slanderous to perhaps one of the greatest mythological figures in all of mythology, across any mythology?
I think all of Disney is slander, and you just got to go with it.
That is true.
I mean,
yeah,
but we're about to talk about Wishing for Dudes. That's literally the first song on the list.
Yes, but specifically, like, come on, like Maui is like a pretty impressive figure, and he's like ragging on him pretty hard in that
because he has nothing better to do. He lives at the bottom of the ocean with a, it's like a super weird, super glittery version of Hoarders. Okay, he's got nothing better to do.
I don't know. I just think it's a little much.
He's he's channel your inner Jill Scott. Hate on me, haters. That's just what the crab is doing, and Maui comes out a better demigod in the end.
This is true. I feel like calling him a demigod is kind of selling him short. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Louisa, where's I Will Go Sailing No More?
We were limiting ourselves to just like the official like Disney movies. We didn't really get into Pixar.
What's that one from?
That is from Toy Story. It's the one where like Buzz is like all depressed and he knows he's a toy finally, and then like he determines, no, this stupid commercial that just told me I'm not real can't tell me what to do, and he tries to fly out.
There's an I Can Fly. Yeah. That's a great song. I love that song. So all right, she'll be very happy to know that people are in the comments advocating for Hellfire from last week is number one. I already see her freaking out.
Yes. Our viewers have taste, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so disappointed you didn't get caught in traffic right now. Hi. Everybody, welcome, Catherine.
I'm here to mess things up once again.
So today, so we also have Virginia joining us. Virginia, Catherine.
Hi.
Hi.
So our criteria this week, Catherine, we have narrative importance, right? We have cultural impact. We have bopability, a new factor in there.
Like
bopability. I love the phrase.
Already love it.
Popularity, and how do we connect with the message of the song, the I want of it all?
Interest.
So
okay.
I like that. So yeah, anything you want to add to that before we get going?
No, I think that's a really solid start. Let's get it done.
Okay. All right, then in that case, let them fight. All right, here we go. We are going to start with opening bids for the 16th seed. We always start at the bottom. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. We have here's our 16 in the I Want division. All right, people. Mike said, "I'm just here to root against Kat's choices."
You and everybody else, Mike. You and everybody else.
I love that. Yeah, so you're the Rodney Dangerfield of this show.
You know what? That's
No
just my role.
respect,
That's
no
just my
respect.
role in life. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right, so number 16, opening bid for number 16. Eric, let's start with you. What do you think should go at the bottom of this list? Do you have an opening bid for the 16th slot?
I was thinking Someday My Prince Will Come, just because, as we've already sort of been hinting at, like, it's a little culturally outdated and slightly problematic, because this is very much the I want the man to come and solve all my problems.
Okay,
sort of
okay.
song.
All right, so our first one out there for that is Someday My Prince Will Come. Virginia, what about you?
Maybe a slightly unpopular opinion, because yes, Someday My Prince Will Come is definitely sort of culturally needing to be near the bottom, but In a World of My Own, just it's the boppability factor. There's zero boppability, and I don't really know what she wants other than just really weird trippy stuff.
That's fair, I guess.
Okay. And Catherine.
So I'm gonna push back against the Someday My Prince Will Come culturally outdated. I am an ardent defender of the classic Disney princesses, because they did not have a lot of options, and so her wanting to escape an abusive situation by marrying a man that she actually loves is okay by me. But I am in complete agreement with Virginia. In a World of My Own was also my choice, despite the fact that I am currently in a production of Alice in Wonderland. It's fine. But in a World of My Own, you're also absolutely correct. I can't hum any portion of it. It's not catchy. It doesn't say a lot about what's going to happen in the story. I mean, yeah, that's my take as well. Virginia pretty much said everything I was going to say.
Ooh, okay. So Mike says Someday My Prince Will Come is still played as a jazz standard, giving it more longevity than anything on this list. Just saying, winky face emoji.
Well, also, like it's exactly what we were talking about with what was the Snow White song we discussed last time? It was what one song or one love. One song. There we go. It's we're still talking about the songs almost 100 years later, so that should bump Someday My Prince Will Come up from 16 on its own. That we're it's survived all this time. The fact that we put on this list when there's so many other options is good on you, Snow White.
Okay. I think I would agree with that. I think, listening to those arguments, I think I would say maybe In a World of My Own, I would be comfortable with that at the 16 slot. I don't see Someday My Prince Will Come being much higher, but I would be comfortable with In a World of My Own being at the 16th seed. Eric, do you concur? Based on
I mean, yeah, that's fine with me, I think. I mean, I love Alice in Wonderland, but yeah, that song's not super catchy. It's just one that people really remember.
We'll save the violence for a little bit later.
We shall.
We'll save the violence for a little bit later. There will be violence, I'm sure.
I didn't know this was like Thunderdome-esque.
It is Thunderdome-esque. Yes, we have a little bit of fun here with this.
I had to fight these two off with my bare hands last time about Hellfire. I stand by it, by the way.
I mean, still wrong, but it's fine.
Nope.
All right, so we have that.
And then even after I'm like sending them articles, this is why I'm right.
There was some article sharing after that. Yes. All right, so we have In a World of My Own. We are locking that in at the 16th seed. That was pretty easy to start off. All right, so 15. Let's go to 15. Virginia, give me your bid for the 15th seed as we go through ranking these songs.
I'm gonna go with Out There.
Ooh,
that's
violence is starting early. It's all right. You said it, so I'm putting it down as a possibility. Out there is on the table. Give us your reasons why.
That for me was not one of the Disney movies that sort of stuck with me. Ouch!
It's like, oh my.
Hey, Luis. You're my guy.
Deal with it, Luis.
Personally affected. It just wasn't a movie that I knew very well. It wasn't a song that I knew very well. So yeah, that's why it landed near the bottom of my list.
You will find that the musical theater nerds of the world stand Hunchback so hard.
So hard. I'll admit it.
It's beginning to be a bit of a problem.
Listen, hey, musical theater nerds make up a large portion of the Disney fandom, okay?
Louise says, to her point, I don't remember that movie pushed as much when it came out. And Mike says, I'm with Virginia, no bopability.
Out there?
Out there? What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
I will give it points for having a very clear message about what he wants. And it being
it's in the title.
very important to the narrative.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give it points on that. I think it's the popularity and the bopability that gets me.
She makes very, very good
Kat's
points.
like,
I am like
she's looking for a paper bag.
All right, Kat, what is your bid for the 15th slot?
Can I have the list back up, s'il vous plaît? Because
Absolutely.
it's already getting difficult. I mean, all of these are just such top.
I mean, Disney does I Want songs very well. Like, I love
true.
all of these songs. Like, even like In a World of My Own, I do enjoy the song, you know. But if we're talking about the creme de la creme, like, it gets really tough for sure.
Yeah.
Can you zoom out slightly? So
Yeah, we don't
one
see
and
two and one. Yeah, we don't see 2 and 1 right at the moment.
Oh, sure thing. One second.
Christian. I know we're trying to keep the other divisions secret, but
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
oh man. Okay, this might be a hot take, but we've already gone there, so I guess Virginia's already opened the door to hot take. So here we go. I'm gonna go with Belle Reprise at number 15. And as much as Beauty and the Beast is, I mean, a top 3 Disney movie, let's give it the respect it deserves. However, Belle Reprise is a reprise. The I Want portion of it is very short. It's literally one line. I want adventure in the great white snow. It's one line or 2 lines if you're being generous about it. All of these other ones are great musically. Some of them, like Snow White and Cinderella, have existed for generations. A lot of them, like Almost There, have incredible bopability. Belle Reprise is it does not belong much higher than the bottom quarter for me. Out There, however, would have been my top 3 for sure.
Wow.
I have at least 3 recordings of that song on my phone. I have the stage musical, I have the movie soundtrack, and I got a couple like studio recordings. Like, I love that song.
Okay. So real quick, Myra, so this is not the order yet. We are determining the order now. So the only one that is locked in is the 16th seed. Someday My Prince Will Come is probably going to be pretty close to the bottom. It was just almost up for the 16th seed. So I don't see that getting much higher than probably like 13 at this point would be my guess. But yeah, everything is still in play here, except for the one that is in bold, which is A World of My Own.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Out There and we have Belle Reprise, which is shocking because I mean, in terms of bopability, like Belle Reprise is one of the tops in bopability for me. Like that, Beauty and the Beast has just one of the best.
Oh yeah,
freaking soundtracks of all time. You know.
Oh yeah. It's nothing as Beauty and the Beast. It is a GOAT animated film, much less Disney film. But that song it's just too minuscule for it to be too much higher on this list.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Eric, what are you saying? You got. Hopefully, I'm hoping you have a third one. We have a 3-way battle. Let's see.
Please God.
Yeah, I was actually kind of leaning towards "When Will My Life Begin."
Oh.
Because, like, it's cute. It is not nearly as good as these other songs on the list, I think, and it also kind of just peters out at the end. Like, it doesn't really have like a proper ending, at least in my opinion.
All right, we have 3 different songs on the table.
Yeah.
I'm going to be quiet for a minute. Just a reminder to the 3 of you out there. Bell Reprise. When Will My Life Begin? Fight.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with you that When Will My Life Begin is kind of trite. It's very cutesy. It doesn't have the kind of scale that like a Go the Distance will have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be quite this low, but I agree with you that it probably won't crack the top 50% for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm not going to argue with the Bell Reprise. I think that was a pretty good point. Like, it's not a whole song, and the other portion of the song is not an I want portion.
Right.
Also, the beginning of that reprise, she's a little bit smarmy, which I don't really take kindly to. So I think, yeah, I wouldn't argue against that. I understand that my Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I like you, Virginia, but I'm gonna push hard on that.
Whenever you bring it up, she's gonna fight it.
I will.
Whenever you bring it up, she's gonna fight it. And, like,
That's
It's nothing
fine.
personal. It's
gonna
nothing
be-
personal.
and she's gonna get real mad when it doesn't hit the top 3 because it's not gonna hit the top 3. I'm telling you this right now.
That's fine. This is gonna be Hellfire 2.0. I can feel it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Like, okay, this is going to shock you probably, Kat, but I'm not actually a huge Hunchback fan in terms of the movie.
Stunned.
The
Stunned.
music is fantastic, however, and Out There is one of my absolute favorite songs.
Really?
So, like, I think, yeah. Oh, I think it's an amazing
It's
song.
stunning.
Like,
Oh.
my
It's-
appreciation for it has grown over the years because, like, on rewatching the film, like, it really resonated with me.
Yeah.
And I've sung it at karaoke, and it's a nice like belting kind of song where you can just kind of like wear your emotions on your sleeve and just like, you know, release it out into the world kind of song. Like that.
It
It's
had me
really
at karaoke.
I would say
It had
I
me
need
at
to hear.
karaoke.
I need to hear this now. We all got to go out.
Yeah.
One day. Also, Kat, you missed my snap filter before you got here, so I just need to do this for you
Do it.
real quick.
Yeah,
Let me get. Wait,
slightly terrifying.
I'm gonna give myself a single, and
Okay.
this is just for you, Kat. Just okay. Ready?
I'm scared.
Hi.
The disrespect to my girl
The disres-
Cinderella.
The disrespect.
I love Cinderella.
Maui-rella.
Maui-rella.
Cinderella. Ah!
Yeah. Pop star.
I love it.
Okay, before y'all make a decision on these 3, I'm gonna throw out one more
Whoa.
because it was up for 16.
Okay.
Is Someday My Prince Will Come? Is that in the conversation here at 15? Because it was in the conversation at 16.
No,
That was just
Not
cool.
quite.
Brought it up.
it's still but other than the fact that we already talked about that it's almost 100 years old. Who's the pun? It still has a very like nice waltz. It's got an old timey bopability in the sense that it's this nice little like lilting waltz, and it's very pretty.
Okay, so the bopability is staving it off at 15. So between these 3, Out There, Bell Reprise, When Will My Life Begin? It sounds like Out There is off the table at this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would not put it that low.
Okay. So now we're talking between Bell Reprise and When Will My Life Begin?
Yeah. I'm sticking
Final,
Either of those.
we're gonna do a final votes,
Okay.
votes, and we'll see if what we have here. I think I have my choice. All right, let's start with Eric.
Oh, geez. Put me on the spot, huh? I actually think Kat had a good argument for Belle Reprise. Like, it is a very short song. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so
change my
one
vote
for
for that.
Bell. All right, Virginia.
I'm going with Bell as well.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So you were swayed. Look at
It's the
this.
last-
Look,
It's the last time anybody will agree with me for the rest of the evening, guaranteed.
you did it. And I'm assuming that you're sticking with Belle Reprise, Kat?
Yes, sir.
I am also going to say Belle Reprise. I thought that was very well reasoned. You can, if you put out a good argument out there, I will go based on the argument. So, Belle Reprise is going to be in the 15th slot. I am adjusting that now, and then I'll bring it back up in just a second. I don't know why whenever I do that, it moves the whole thing over. That's annoying, but that's okay. All right, here we go. So we have that. I will bring it back up now. Here we go. So Belle Reprise is now in the 15th seed, and we are locking it in.
Woo!
All right. We are at 14. Kat, you get to start this one off. There's your list.
Let me review for a second. 'Cause I had an idea last time, and I need to get it back. Where was it? Oh, okay. Again, might be a hot take, just because this is such a strong list that anything pretty much past this point is probably gonna be a hot take.
It's okay.
But,
I'm sure we'll be very accepting of your choices.
Oh yeah, great. I am going to suggest, I'm not feeling too strong, but I'm going to suggest Just Around the River Bend. And
ridiculous.
Again,
ridiculous statement. How dare you?
Hear me out. It doesn't say very, if you think about it, it doesn't say very much about what she wants. She wants something, but it's very undefined. It's just around the river bend. If she only figured out what it is, she'd be happy. But she doesn't know yet. It's just not here. This very vague, out of other placeness. I don't know. It's a nice song, though.
I feel like there's a whole category of those kind of want songs, though. Like How Far I'll Go, you don't know. You don't even know what's out there. Or A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Like, what are you dreaming? You don't know.
How Far I'll Go, at least she has a destination. She's been trying to figure out, what's on the horizon. That's where she's trying to get to. Pocahontas doesn't have that.
Well, and she was trying to get around the river bend. That's like a local versus...
Again, that's not that...
Louise, who was on your side, says, "You're breaking my native heart here."
Again, none of these have to do with how much I like the movie or the characters. Don't hurt me. I love Belle.
Dang.
I know, but again, there's going to have to be a lot of tough decisions because, again, every one of these songs is pivotal to the film that it represents, and they all are, a lot of love and a lot of work has gone into all these.
And she's going to save her family.
I'm assuming this is referring to Moana, because the island is starting to die. So, on that alone, How Far I'll Go is going to be further up.
Yeah, I don't think that was being thrown out as a possibility.
No,
for this.
Right.
All right, so we have your choice, Riverbend.
But I'm not married to the idea. It could still be in this teens area. It doesn't have to be 14, but that's what I'm saying for now.
All right. Let's go to Eric. Your choice at 14.
I'm still going with When Will My Life Begin. I don't really like that one very much.
All right, Life Begin is back on the table.
You'd see it's like Kat said, it's a little trite, and it just kind of drifts off at the end. Mother just might let me go. I'm sitting there. I'm like, is that it? Song over? There's more?
Damn.
Really? Okay, that was
hot
weird.
Takes.
Hot
takes.
No, he's not wrong. The man is not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Not wrong. Virginia, what about you? What do you say? What say
I
you?
wouldn't argue with that, but just because I want to throw a spanner in the works, I'm gonna say "Strangers Like Me" because
Ooh.
no one in the movie actually sings it.
Yes, that was yep, that's true. Although Phil Collins did not have to go as hard as he did.
Look, girl, I will never argue against Phil Collins. He is
Mm-hmm.
okay. Driving When in the Air Tonight comes on should be illegal.
So good.
Okay. Everyone should have to pull over. I'm here for the Phil Collins, but no one in the movie sings the song.
Yeah.
So it can be I Want song if nobody's singing it.
My husband is a huge Phil Collins stan, and he is out of town right now. But I can guarantee you, from over the state border, his spidey senses are tingling that someone's talking shit about Phil Collins.
So Louise said, "No, wait, I agree with just around the river bend being low. Colors of the Wind was a better want song.
I would call Colors of the Wind
I wouldn't call that a
song.
want song.
But like, yeah, it is still more. It's technically it's more iconic than Riverbend. Riverbend is still a good song, but I think Colors of the Wind is when you think Pocahontas, you think Colors of the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm mostly gonna stay out of these fights and let the three of you like fight it out. But
He doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
But I pulled up the lyrics for Just Around the River Bend.
Okay.
And I just want to say, I think that it does say what she wants, right? What I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. But people, I guess, can't live like that. We all must pay a price to be safe. We lose our chance of ever knowing what's around the river bend. She wants freedom of choice. She wants freedom.
She wants adventure.
She
wants adventure.
It's still not specific at all. She wants to not be there, okay? And do what exactly? We don't know.
And do whatever she wants to do. I don't think that she needs to pigeonhole herself, but she just wants the freedom of choice.
But she doesn't
I think that's incredibly powerful.
She doesn't say that, though. She says she says to be just around the river, and she doesn't say I want to choose. She says I just don't want to be here.
I look once more, just around the river bend, beyond the shore where the gulls fly free. Don't know what I dream the day might send just around the river bend for me, coming for me. She wants the choice. She wants the freedom.
Where? She didn't say that.
Is this a little bit like Someday My Prince Will Come, where, Kat, you kind of said, I'm not going to rag on her because that was her exit to freedom. Is it more that Pocahontas doesn't have the cultural vocabulary to say, I would like autonomy and self-determination, and instead she's singing like a vague song about she wants
But
her choices in the sorry, I was just gonna say her choices in the song seem to be adventure and freedom or marrying this safe, boring guy. She's saying she doesn't want to be tied down and get married, basically.
But again, I think we're all kind of like inferring that from the song. You're inferring based on her situation what she means by the song, but she doesn't say any of that. She does at the very end, I will grant you, talk about Kocoum for like 15 seconds. But like most of the songs are talking about like, I want to be not here. And that's fine. It's just not specific. Even like, for example, we'll go back to Out There. He also wants to be not here, but he says he wants to be among the people and he's so jealous and he would go to the river and like all this other stuff. She doesn't say any of that. She's like, I want to see what's around the corner. Okay.
But I think there's a difference between like kind of an abstraction of a concept and then just like plainly stating it. Like I don't think that means that the theme isn't clearly defined. It's just that it's being told with abstraction rather than just plainly spelling it out. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think a lot of songs that very clearly state things don't always say it in plain, just like, I want to be with those people, right? Like I think what she's talking about is actually much more culturally like resonant for her station as a person of color, her station as a woman. I think that those lyrics are actually quite profound in my opinion. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now back to the three-way battle between Riverbend, Life Began, Strangers Like Me.
My counterpoint to that would be we're talking about like what is stronger in the narrative. And it's stronger as a narrative vehicle for the character to just plainly state what their goal is. Because then the audience knows for the rest of the show, movie, whatever it is, they are working toward that goal.
I would say that it's her strongest character moment in the movie.
Okay.
I would say that is one of her strongest character moments in that movie, personally.
I have to think about. I don't know if I agree with that, but anyway, I think it's stronger narratively when they plainly state what they want.
Okay. So
I guess it's really more of a what I don't want song.
Yeah.
I don't want to marry Coco.
I'll tell you what I don't want.
and dull and just builds his big sturdy walls.
Yeah.
And doesn't care about anything else.
Right.
What I want, none of your business, but I'll tell you what I don't want.
I love that.
I love that.
That's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
that needs to be a new category. The I don't want song.
I don't want a song.
want you.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Inclusion by exclusion.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we've talked a lot about Riverbend. I haven't heard a lot about Strangers Like Me or When Will My Life Begin. So let me hear some stuff about that before we go to a vote.
I would agree with you that Strange Like Me, it's a little bit weakened because it's not actually sung by a character. But based on bopability alone, I
That's
probably
such bopability.
it's such good. It's so iconic.
Super catchy. I love that song.
Yeah, I would, but again, because of that little nitpick, and again, these are all so strong that we're gonna have to nitpick.
Mhm.
It probably won't be much higher. So I think I'll agree with you in a couple more slots. But
Okay.
I do agree with the concept.
Yeah, I feel like everything's getting so strong now. I'm having to like pick out things that like don't work by technicality.
Absolutely.
And that's where this one came in, was just it is extremely integral to the plot though, because you see a lot of the character growth, you see a lot of the character interaction and the growth of the relationships between the characters in that song. And it's very 90s montage-y. Like it's very much a cultural touchstone to like when it was made. So yeah, I'm just picking stuff to pick on you guys. Like
Totally.
Yeah. And I also
just to throw things out of the not really. No.
Yeah, and as long as we're talking about specificity here, he literally says in the song, "I want to know. Can you show me?" And by that alone, it's stronger than Just Around the Riverbend.
While he's technically not like physically singing it within the movie, Phil Collins is clearly Tarzan's inner monologue at that point, because it's strangers like me. Come with me now to see my world. It's what's going on inside his head. So like, I don't think it's just some omniscient narrator. It's clearly what Tarzan is thinking and feeling.
I would push back.
I want song if nobody else knows what you want.
Right.
The man has no command of the language at that point.
Well, and
Cinderella
was singing to birds, so not exactly an active audience. So.
I love that. But as a musical theater person, I would push back against that omniscient narrator thing, because half of the performance of a song is the emotion you put into it. You know, and if you're not the character and you're not saying what's in your heart, I mean, that's the point of musical theater, is that when emotions become too intense for you to say, you sing them. And so if it's not the character that's singing those intense emotions, so Butcher from Tarzan goes crazy. Yeah, I like that. But anyway, I want to finish this.
You guys not hear that? Like, no, there's like music following people around. Does that happen in the human world? Right.
No, go ahead, Kevin.
It's okay. A cornerstone of musical theater is that when emotions become too intense for you to speak, you sing them. When they become too intense for you to sing, then you start to dance. You know, speak, sing, dance. And if you're not the actual character singing the "I want," is it really as effective? I don't think it is, because again, it's all about that progression of emotion.
I think that's an interesting comment. I still think it sounds like Strangers Like Me is off the table. It sounds like it's between Riverbend and When Will My Life Begin. So I think that's what I'm going to say the vote is going to be between. So we will start with Virginia. Between Riverbend and When Will My Life Begin, what do you choose?
I'm gonna have to go with When Will My Life Begin.
Okay.
Just because you're right, at the end of the song, it's just kind of like, meh. I guess we go on to the rest of the film now.
Good way to put it.
Yeah. Catherine?
But yeah, no, I like the song, but it doesn't carry as much, I guess, musical relevance as I think maybe Around the Riverbend does.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Catherine?
I do think that Riverbend kind of has a moment like that where it all stops and she starts to sing about Cocoam randomly. I mean, that is also kind of a mood killer. Yeah, exactly. What? So I'm gonna go with River Band, but I'll probably maybe for the next one do When Will My Life Begin if that isn't placed here.
Okay, Eric.
I'm still sticking with when will my life begin.
All right.
I don't really have a strong argument for it, other than the fact that I just don't really like it that much, and I don't musically it's as strong as the other ones on the list.
I am also I am also on the When Will My Life Begin. So that is gonna be locked in, and look at that. I knew I could tell this where it was going, so it's already.
That's okay. Like I said, I wasn't married to the idea of River Band being here, but it was, my choice.
Absolutely. Okay, so moving on. We have a comment here from Mike. Am I the only one who finds the Cinderella song boring? Surprised it hasn't been brought up yet.
No, I don't think it's boring. It's kind of got that like 40s songstress like sultriness to it almost. It's very unlike a lot of these ones are very like poppy and peppy and like soprano-y. This one's like kind of down. A dream is like it's I don't know. It's very it harkens back to a vintage kind of era. I think instead of being boring.
I know we're not starting from the top of the list, and I don't think it'll make it there, but I like A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes because it's a very like realistic kind of want for somebody who's in a situation to want very little.
Yeah.
It's very much a song about I'm going to use whatever I have to make this situation better. And the situation is so awful that what I'm using is my dreams and I'm converting them into wishes. And that's what I'm going to sing about. So I think, in some of these songs, it's like this big grandiose, like I want to be king and run away and take my hair with me to a castle with a dude. Like there's like all this stuff. Like Cinderella is literally like, I would like some of my bare minimum dreams to come true. I would like to live in my dream world just a little bit longer and hold that rest within me just a little bit longer and let that be okay. And that's as far as her dreams really allow her to go in that situation. I think it's a far more realistic I want than some of these other songs.
Yeah.
It resonates with me still as an adult. Like as a kid, your dreams are one thing. As an adult, you can still think of this song and like your dreams have changed, but the lyrics are still relevant.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's get to the next lead. We're probably going to split this into two nights. This is such a contentious, this is really hard. We're going to try and get through as many of these we can tonight. We'll see how far we get through.
We will see how far I'll go.
These are so many just like classic songs. I think this is going to be a lot of fighting. There's not very many more that I don't care about. So I think it's going to get really interesting real fast. All right, we're at 13. I'd like to hear start with Eric this time. I think 1, 2, 3. So we're back at the top. So Eric, what is your bid for the 13th seed?
I mean, I still think that Someday My Prince Will Come shouldn't be too much higher, just because of it being very outdated by modern standards. I don't know. That's just me.
Okay. All right. So Prince is on the table. Virginia?
I'm kind of deciding how big of a mess I want to make.
Go, girl.
So Virginia's the Loki of the group, I see. Yes.
Okay.
Burdened with glorious purpose to just derail everything.
Our mistress of mischief over here.
I am here for it.
Horrible big mess. I'm going to say Part of Your World.
Holy crap.
I know. It was a big mess. For the same reason as Someday My Prince Will Come, because it is a song about wanting a dude. And wanting body modifications.
It's about wanting the human world and all the wonders of the surface. Like,
but
there's a good guy there as well, but that wasn't the only thing.
She doesn't even mention him in the song. He's not even a part of the song.
She doesn't have to. She's like caressing a statue of him.
Luis just
I
said,
can't with you.
I like it.
No. Are you kidding me?
No,
I'm just
Okay,
going
I would
to
have to see the movie
chaos.
again, but I am reasonably sure she sings that before she even
Everybody,
meets the prince, right?
Everybody, hold on.
Doesn't
Save the
ship
knives.
go overhead,
Wait,
right after that song?
wait. Save the knives until we get all three of the choices on the table, and then the knives can come out. All right, Catherine, your choice.
I mean, I think I'm still gonna pull for Dress on the River Band, but I will agree with Eric that Someday My Prince Will Come should not be too much higher. And it's really much the longevity alone that's kind of saving it for me right now.
Okay, so Riverbend is back in the mix.
Yes.
Okay, so our options now are Someday My Prince Will Come,
Regina chose violence.
a lesser known song called Part of Your World,
Don't know it.
and just around the Riverbend. Fight.
Okay, so not to put. Thank you. Oh my God. Anyway,
Yes.
Good God. Anyhow, I'm gonna. She went to the circuit before she met.
Exactly. Yeah. The first time she sings "Part of Your World," it's about the human world. She's not singing about a specific guy. She's singing about all her what is it? Her gizmos aplenty and who's it,
Yeah,
what's
gadgets,
it, all the
yeah.
stuff she's got in her treasure trove, and she's obsessed with the human world. It's later that she meets the prince and is like, "Oh, the human world has this too. Now I really want to know."
I thought that the statue had
No, I think the
fallen into
statue
the
comes later.
ocean.
But regardless of whether or not it's about a man, and I too have not seen Little Mermaid in a very long time, so I do not know if the statue is there by this point. However, this song is critical, not just to Little Mermaid, but to the entire Disney brand, like how they tell stories. The reason why we ever got a Disney Renaissance is because Howard Ashman fought for this song. They were going to cut it because they saw in the test screenings the little kids were getting all fidgety during this, boring song. And Howard Ashman is like, you cannot cut this song. The I Want song is absolutely vital to the narrative of a musical theater show, which is what Disney musicals are. They are musical theater, just animated. And so if we didn't have Part of Your World, the Disney Renaissance, and indeed Disney to this day, would probably look very different because it wouldn't have that musical theater structure. I mean,
So
it
I
is
Completely agree.
it is completely
I think
vital to
Part of Your
Splendor Pride.
World. Part of Your World is the whole reason we have this category. Why we're even talking about I Want songs.
Right, yeah.
That's what defined that type of song for Disney movies.
I hate to throw a landmine in here,
Oh no.
but I guess my question is it what she really wants? Because once she gets to the surface, it feels like it's all about Prince Eric.
It's because she was on a timetable. Because if she didn't get him to kiss her, she'd turn into one of those little polyp.
That may be the case, but is it ever anything?
Choice.
But by that point, though, is it ever anything but trying to, get the two of them to, does it ever become anything else besides that? Does it get back to her just wanting to be, part of that world? So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if I believe that one way or the other. I'm just posing the question.
Not to argue against my own pick here, since I chose violence, but I think it was short-term loss, long-term gain. She had to gain him in order to gain the whole human world
exactly
in perpetuity. If she wanted to stay there, she had to gain the prince. So,
and not only that, she was interested in human stuff long before she met him. So, she already has that human interest. Pun intended.
So the only way for her to gain humanity is through the approval of a man?
Yeah,
I mean, when a sea witch is going to curse you and keep you as a slave if you don't, you have a lot of choice. But no, when she's on the
she doesn't have a lot of options.
It's not just about Eric. They go for the tour of his kingdom. She's fascinated by everything. She's grabbing the puppet from the puppet show. She's dancing. She's meeting all the children. She when they're at dinner, she's fascinated by the fork and trying to comb her hair and blow on the snarfblat, the pipe. She's fascinated by the human world still.
Yeah,
Like,
and this is her one shot.
I'm just really liking this whole violence angle. So I don't believe anything I just said. I just like rattling y'all's cages.
But it was fun to say, wasn't it, Maui?
It was really fun. I see it now. So
Okay.
so it sounds like Part of Your World's off the table. So argue between Prince and Riverbend. I'll give y'all 60 seconds. Go.
Honestly, I can go either way on this. If Riverbend is, what are we at, 12, 13? If Riverbend is, 12 and Someday My Prince Will Come is at 13, I'm okay with that. It could go either way for me.
Okay.
I'm
Eric,
also bisexual,
Virginia?
and how dare you make me make a choice on anything?
Eric, Virginia, Prince, Riverbend.
I'm still sticking with Someday My Prince Will Come, because even though it's iconic and like it has its place in history and in helping to establish the very first Disney movie, it's the one that gets cited the most often by critics of the Disney company that think it reinforces the whole princess stereotype of like girls having no agency and having all their problems solved by the handsome prince. So I think it's the one that is problematic, most problematic on this list. That's my opinion, at least.
Can I say one more thing? I'm sorry that I completely forgot to say, and I didn't mean to kind of butt it off. But I will say Someday My Prince Will Come is a weaker I Want song simply because it occurs like an hour into the movie. A lot of these I Want songs happen within the first quarter to third, maybe even earlier than that, to immediately establish what the main character wants. Someday My Prince Will Come. By that time, she's already shacked up with the dwarves. The plan with the apples underway. Like, we've already lived with Snow White for a long time before we even know what she wants.
Well, the opening scene, though, she's singing I'm Wishing, which basically has the same theme. She's saying, I'm wishing for the one I love to find me.
I am calling time.
Okay, damn it.
Time to vote. We will start. Well, let's go opposite way this time. Catherine, choose.
I know I'm going to lose, but I'm still putting my foot down on Riverbend and then Prince after that.
So one for Riverbend. Virginia?
I gotta go with Riverbend being lower than Someday My Prince Will Come, just because that song has so much cultural weight to it. Good or bad, positive or negative, Someday My Prince Will Come has a lot of cultural weight, so I think it should be rated a little bit higher than Riverbend.
So that's 2 for Riverbend. Eric?
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm saying Prince. Someday My Prince.
Prince.
Good man.
And I am also saying Someday My Prince Will Come.
Oh.
So we're tied.
What happens now?
So here's what we're gonna do. We have quite a few viewers actually watching right now. So viewers between Prince and Riverbend, please put your choice. Which one you think should be in the what slot is that? The 13th slot.
13th slot. Oh my god.
13th
We're
slot.
barely
So
making
we didn't scratch the surface.
all right, let's see. So please, people that are watching, put a vote in. We'll give you a few. Ooh, 2 right in for
2
Prince.
for Prince right away.
So
Okay.
Mike
This is super
and Laura
stressful.
said Prince right off the bat. We dropped viewers as soon as I told them to choose.
They're like, what? They make us do stuff?
Louis said, "Don't ask to vote against a native." So I think that means
So I think
Prince.
that's also another Prince. Okay, I think I lose.
So I think that puts that over the top there. So Prince is going in at 13.
Does that mean we automatically slot Riverbend in at 12?
It seems like it. I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yes, I'm all right with it.
I think
I'm
that
okay
is
with that,
fair.
All right, cool. That help us move things along a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a great conversation. I am loving it so far. Okay, so I'm updating the list right now.
All right.
I'm putting both of those in their slots. So that means at 13 we have Someday My Prince Will Come, and at 12 just around the Riverbend.
Okay.
So those are both locked in. So I'm going to bring up the screen real quick so we can see. So that's what we have right now. So we're almost to the top 10. This is getting scary here. All right. Laura said, can't wait for the next. gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing but super strong songs here.
Oh, they're all just icons, bops, all over the place.
Yeah. All right, Virginia, we will start with you this time. What is your choice for the 11th seed?
Good luck. Will.
Oh, sweet baby banana Jesus. I'm gonna stick with Strangers Like Me, if for no other reason than I don't want to choose any more violence than I already have. I'm gonna repeat the violent acts I've already done.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know how much higher Strangers Like Me will get to go, so I think this is a good place to have a conversation about that. Kat, what about you?
My instinct here, I don't think Strangers Like Me should be quite this low because Phil Collins did such a great job with that whole score, much less that one song. I'm going to throw in for the first time in forever.
Interesting. First time in forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Eric?
I actually was leaning towards that one as well.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, this might not be violence. Okay.
Sorry, Virginia.
Funny thing. This was also what I was thinking for this next one.
Wow!
I think it's really just because the other ones are just so strong.
I think so. For me, it was solely because I think it's the weakest one on this list. It doesn't have the same power. It does not have the same iconicness that even other songs within Frozen have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I think we just figured
Wow,
that out.
we did
that
it,
was-
guys.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I feel like for the first time in forever was like the theme song of early 2021 as we all like ran screaming from our houses.
Too soon.
I mean, you could definitely relate to it. I just feel like the other
Absolutely.
songs on this list are stronger musically.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's
Yeah.
not as iconic. It's not yet.
Yeah.
All right. That was easy.
Relatively painless. Whew.
All right. Top 10.
Oh boy.
All right. In the 10th seed. Who started that one off? That was Virginia. Catherine, kick us off for the 10th seed.
So I will go to war for Cinderella. She's my girl. I think she gets marginalized way too much by people who are like, she just left for a man. No. But I think of this list, that's okay. No worries. I think of this list, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes is probably the weakest of the top. I'm glad I made top 10. It's gonna Cinderella's my girl, but I'm gonna vote for.
What I meant to do was this, girl.
No, I love Cinderella. I love her so much. She's so misunderstood.
Thank you. Oh my God. I feel seen.
Okay, good. I love you too. See you later. Call me.
Sorry. Okay.
So stupid. We've all gone mad.
So stupid. Okay.
Yeah. Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. I love Cinderella. Sorry.
All right. Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes is up on the block. Eric.
I would agree, actually, with that.
Oh, 2 for Dream. Okay. Virginia.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to disagree with that one.
Oh my God! Am I
Okay.
gonna get 2 picks in a row?
It looks like the middle is pretty easy. So Dream is Wish Your Heart Makes. Okay, that's.
I'm with you, Kat. I just really wanted Cinderella to make it into the top 10.
I do
So
too. Hey,
Like it's a song that can be applied to like everyone's lives, so like you can really relate to it. Clinging to your dreams and never giving up on that. That's kind of the whole Disney theme,
Yep.
But yeah, it's not as strong a song as some of the other contenders on here.
I feel like I need.
Oh, I was going to say clinging to dreams while doing housework is kind of my jam. So
Now, I was about to say, with getting 2 picks in a row without any violence. Hey, UN, call me. I can be a diplomat.
I can't believe this bullshit. Bullshit, y'all.
I love you, Cinderella.
I thought we had something, Kat. I thought we had something. Okay,
and
I thought we had
she
something.
put her hair up.
She did, yeah. No, she's ready to
Girl,
fight
let
me.
me put my hair up. Take
Yeah,
off these earrings.
I was saying, take off these earrings, and I know you're serious.
All right.
Oh my
Number
god.
9.
I cannot.
Number
I- Number 9.
nine.
We're back at Eric. Eric, what is your choice for seed 9?
So it kind of breaks my heart to say this, but that was a very strong argument for Strangers Like Me being lower earlier. That like it's not the actual character singing, even if it is supposed to represent his inner monologue. That was a fair point, I think. So I'm leaning towards that, even though I love
Yeah, you were.
Well,
that.
Virginia started
Soundtrack is
it.
amazing.
Virginia started it. I just emphasized it. But
Yeah. But you're getting your way a lot today. I don't
we
like
we
it.
did it, Joe.
Did you just Kamala us?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
We did it, Joe.
This is Kat's I want moment. She wants us to agree with her on this list.
Yeah. Virginia, what are your thoughts for the 9 seed?
I mean, I think I've put Strangers Like Me up like, I don't know, 5 times now. So I'm gonna go with it because I mean I love Phil Collins. I really do.
See, this is the calm before the storm. The top
is.
5, I think, is going to get real awkward real
Well-
fast. All right, Kat.
Yeah, Strangers Like Me. I feel like we argue a lot over the bottom because we're so passionate about these. We don't want to see our favorites at the bottom, and then we're going to be passionate again about the top. Of the middle, just kind of like, Strangers Like Me. Mark it.
Okay.
Do
Marking it down.
Do it.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I love you.
Somewhere he's just like,
Yeah, he's in the middle of his show being like, what?
somewhere he's like, my wife has musically cuckolded me. He's in the middle of singing like what's a Blues Brothers song he could be singing?
Soul Man or something, yeah.
Soul Man or Rawhide or something. He
Yeah.
stops. He's like, I've been musically cuckolded.
I have to go.
I have to go. I must away. All right. Eighth seed, Virginia, kick us off.
Boy.
Oh, there are no choices but violence now, are there?
Correct.
I don't think so.
Actually, I think I know what we said.
I know what I would say here, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say go the distance.
Ooh.
I would not say that. Them fighting
Well,
words. All
don't
right.
ask
Welcome
me
back to
why.
violence.
Don't ask me why. I think this is another one of those songs where just the movie didn't hit me in the same way as some of the other films. So I don't have the attachment to that I Want song in the same way I do with some of the other characters. But I can be swayed.
Okay. Catherine.
I'm going to put, I think Into the Unknown is actually in the right slot. It doesn't, I mean, listen, it's not because it's not a good song. It's not because it's not good narratively. It's all those things. But all of the ones that are left, maybe with the exception of Almost There, are like classic Disney Renaissance, staying power icons. Into the Unknown is just so new that we don't know how it's going to be 10 years from now in terms of the Disney canon. And normally that would not be a strong enough argument to slot it, but when you are up against freaking Part of Your World, Go the Distance, Reflection, you're not gonna win, man. You're just not. Thank you, Laura.
All right. Eric.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to vote for Into the Unknown because for the same reason that you guys were ragging on Just Around the River Bend, Into the Unknown is kind of a nebulous I Want song. It's like she wants to go into the unknown, into things, into this adventure that's waiting for her out there. But like, there's not a lot of specifics there. It's like, I don't want to stay in this castle and be queen. It's like it's another I don't want song.
Right.
But we don't quite know what it is she wants, and she doesn't really find that out until like later in the movie.
I have fans now.
I'll give you a single. Give us your acceptance speech.
I'd like to thank everybody who voted for me. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. I love you all.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
So, I will say I'm so sorry. Like Virginia, you've turned into cat in this episode. Last
I
episode,
know.
this was the cat situation. But I have to say, the second I looked at this, I said, "Oh, so Into the Unknown is already where it needs to be." Yeah. I mean, her "I Want" song is actually the showstopper from the previous film,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? Which is why it's not here because it's
Because
represented.
it was going to be on a different
Elsewhere.
list. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it'll be in the showstopper bangers
Yes,
and
we'll-
pops
we'll
category.
Get there.
But Into the Unknown is like after she's already gotten what she wants, we need her to have another "I Want" song, and
Sure.
I don't see the motivation as much.
Okay.
So it sounds like that is almost unanimous.
But-
So we're just gonna.
Virginia,
We
I'm sorry, it's not a glamorous job, but somebody's got to do it.
It's okay. I
Just
brought
for-
this on myself. I chose violence very early.
You did, but you know what? I respect that. It takes courage. It takes conviction. It takes intelligence. I applaud you, madam.
So this is good though because we're getting through it pretty fast. So I think that we're in really good shape to finish this up in the next like 15 minutes or so.
You say
So I
that.
think we're good.
Now it's
You
gonna
say
get a
that.
little
Yeah,
difficult.
our top 5 was the hardest thing we did last time. I know what I'm
Okay.
going to say for next round. And y'all
we'll
aren't
see
gonna
how
like
6
it either.
and we'll see how 6 and 7 go. We'll see how long it takes to get through 6 and 7. If we have to save the top 5 to next week, we will. But let's go to 7. And the 7th seed, who started that last round off? Was that Virginia? Yeah, because you broke all our hearts when you said
You said,
go the
Go
distance.
the distance. Yeah, yikes.
That hurt me. That
That did.
hurt
My
me.
mama always said I was a heartbreaker.
Aw.
So we are starting with Kat this round. Kat, what is your choice for the 7th seed?
Y'all aren't going to like this, and I'm not sorry about it. Y'all, I'm just going to, I'm speaking very clearly in my microphone. Y'all aren't going to like this, but I'm picking I Just Can't Wait to Be King for my 7th spot. And the reason why I say that, and again, all disclaimer as usual, all these are juggernauts. They're all wonderful. They made top 7 for a reason, blah, blah, blah. I Just Can't Wait to Be King, although it's very fun, and we love Elton John, queer icon, but it does not have the emotional punch that all the other contenders on this list do. It does not compare to a Reflection. It does not compare to a Go the Distance. It does not compare to an Out There. It's fun. I enjoy it, but it still has that childlike innocence. It doesn't have that gravity that a lot of the other options do here, and that's why I'm putting it at number 7.
Oh, so you're saying that children's emotions and their want to have fun is less valued than
No,
being sad about
I'm not
crap.
saying that.
Interesting.
It made top 10
Interesting.
for a reason. Maui, you're construing my words wrong. How dare you? You are
Let the
misrepresenting what I have to say here.
I'd like the record to show that Kat does not value children's emotions. Okay, moving
Whatever.
on. Eric,
You apologize to Baby Yoda here. You apologize to my child.
his
Never
name
talk
is
to me and my son again.
his name is Grogu, and
Oh
if
my
you cared
God.
about him, you would refer to him by his desired name of Grogu.
Nicknames are okay.
Please,
Don't
please,
listen- Don't listen to him, baby.
please don't dead name my Grogu.
Oh my god. I can't with you.
Okay.
Anyway, now that I've made it weird, we can continue.
Oh man! You want weird? You need to watch my Loki review from yesterday. From yesterday.
Oh
I haven't watched it yet.
It
Don't
is-
tell me. Don't tell me. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not saying anything, but just watch my conspiracy rant at the end. There's slides.
Oh,
That's all I'm
God.
saying. Eric, what is your choice for the 7th seed?
Only Cubs. I'm a White Sox fan, so I don't care.
This has been kind of a theme in this episode, but I think I agree with Kat because I Just Can't Wait to Be King. It's a super fun song, but it sort of represents how naive Simba is at that point in his story. Like his want changes over the course of this film. And
Yes.
I Just Can't Wait to Be King is him completely misunderstanding what it means to be king and well the responsibility that comes with it. It's him saying, I get to do whatever I want. It's like it's like she said, it is the child's selfish take on the I Want song.
Mike, I'm not sure how I don't know how I feel about this backhanded compliment, but I'll take it. Thank you.
I don't know what the hell is going on right now.
Anarchy.
I feel like I'm in the upside down. This is some bullshit. Virginia.
I guess we collectively chose violence. Yeah, I just can't wait to be king because it's a very superficial look at not only a child's want, but a child's understanding of what that power means.
Well said.
So
Virginia.
later, he still wants to be king, but for very different reasons. He wants to wield that power to make things better for everyone else, not because of this childlike want for. He sees it as the only way to have independence or autonomy, and that's why he wants to be king. He wants to go do whatever he wants to do. So it's not that it's not an accurate I want song. He does still want to be king throughout the entire film. But the way that he portrays that in the song isn't accurate all the way through the film. I think it got to 7 because it's got serious bopability and it's really fun and it's a great song and everybody loves it. And if you shout out like the first 3 lines at karaoke, everyone else will keep singing, but it just doesn't have the same gravity. It doesn't have the same relatability as some of the other I Want songs that we have left. Even some of the ones I've already voted against. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I have, so apparently I just can't wait to be king is in the 7th seed, but I have something to say to each of you. I have one thing to say.
Oh,
I have 3 things to say, one thing for each of you. Virginia. Life has taught me that you can't control someone's loyalty.
Damn.
Ooh!
Oh God.
Kat.
Yes.
The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies.
Okay, Tony Soprano, calm down.
Eric, nothing hurts more than being disappointed by the single person you thought would never hurt you.
Oh, damn.
Yay.
Top 10, Maui, damn.
I mean, you started this live stream not even really believing I was Eric. You're just having a scroll, so.
Oh, you're Eric.
Throwing that out.
You're Eric because this hurts too much.
What did I miss?
All right. I just can't wait to be king. I guess it's at 7. Whatever. It's fine. So deep, Maui.
So deep.
All right. I'm so angry right now. Shake it out. Just shake it out. Okay. 6th seed. Who starts this one? I believe this would
Eric
be
does.
Eric.
Yeah, I did last
Squaric. All right, Squaric, go for it.
Good luck.
You're back to Squaric. Come
Oh,
over.
God, this is where it's gonna get rough.
Yeah.
Honestly, I may have to break your heart again, possible.
No.
I don't know what your feelings are on this song, but I was gonna say Almost There. It's not. It. I don't know. It might just be personal bias because of growing up with the Disney Renaissance. I feel like the other songs kind of hit harder for me than that one, although that is a really good song.
Virginia.
I mean, I don't care. I just have to really argue against that choice.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, sister. Come on, sister.
I'm in a haze. I can't make a choice. I just have to say, based off of the criteria that we talked about, it's a song that very much details like there's a blueprint, exactly what she wants. There's literal like decor mapping. She knows exactly what she wants. It's one of the songs. I think the reason I like this I Want song is she like builds out why that is her goal, the origin of that goal, how she plans to achieve that goal. Like, it is a thought out, like it could be a PowerPoint. This girl has plans. This is what she wants. This is what she's doing. And then she sets it to freaking fabulous music with costume changes. So, I mean,
what's your
I'll just
choice?
put it out there because I already did that before. And like I said, I like to consistently, choose the same kinds of violence. So I'm going to pick that one again. But yeah, I just can't for Almost There.
Battle of the Theirs so far. Kat.
Yikes. I'm going to choose neither of those things.
Oh,
And I'm gonna-
no.
Oh yeah, I'm going there. And
Oh,
again,
no. I think she's going to
it's-
break Eric's heart now, too. There's so many heartbreaks happening at once. Just can't take
Yikes.
this.
And again, the whole disclaimer, it's not because I don't like the song, the movie, yada, yada, yada. Okay. I think that's the last time I'm going to say that because y'all know by now. I'm going to have to go with Reflection.
Ooh.
And it hurts. It hurts. Believe me, I sing this song. I've done it. I think I've also done it maybe in karaoke or something. I don't remember. But here's why I say that. It's all, again, it goes down to the specificity. She knows that she messed up and she wants to be that good daughter, but she doesn't know how to do it yet. And so she doesn't have that roadmap. She doesn't have that PowerPoint that Tiana has. She doesn't have that dream of the belonging like Hercules has. I know. I'm sorry. Again, this hurts.
Everything about this round is awful.
It's painful. It really is. But yeah, she doesn't have that specificity. And also, it's a shorter song. I don't think you realize how it might not crack 90 seconds. It's a very short song. It definitely doesn't crack 2 minutes. I had to look that up. But yeah, again, we're getting into the nittiest of gritty. And
I mean, we're in the top 6.
Exactly.
They're all fantastic songs for sure.
Right. So yeah. Reflection, because it lacks specificity and it's very short. And it's not boppable. It's not boppable. Almost There. Incredible boppability.
All right, I'm gonna throw this out. The most boppable song out of these 3 is Almost There. I think the most culturally impactful is Reflection. I think the one that does the narrative part the best is probably Out There. I think y'all are gonna have a really tough decision on this. Go for it. And Reflection, by the way, is 2 minutes,
really?
27 seconds.
Okay, well, my point still stands.
I'm-
It's very short.
I'm going to argue on the cultural relevance bit, Maui, because as the only Black princess who spends most of the movie as a frog, she actually sings this song as a person. So I'm going to say that this has a little bit more of at least for me, it had more of a cultural connection. I understand that both characters were forced to spend most of the movie not as themselves in order to find themselves. That's a whole nother talk. But they were forced to spend most of the movie not as themselves, in disguise in some way, in order to get to the end goal. But I think because Mulan was still a person, Tiana was not a person when she did most of her story and most of her singing. I think the fact that her I Wish song comes from her being at least portrayed as a person during that song felt very big for me.
I 100% agree with that. So the Reflection became kind of like just like a queer anthem. And so that's what I meant when I was talking about that kind of that cultural impact. Like, I mean, like outside of the film, it became a very like significant song. That being said, that might be more true of the Christina Aguilera pop version than that song in the movie. That's something to think about. Kat, looked like you had something to chime in on this.
Yeah, and going off of your point about the culture impact of Almost There, it's also that, especially when young Black girls look at this song, I mean, her dream is something that they could also achieve. They could be the businesswoman. And it also reveals something about her character too, is that Tiana's main thing is that she's super hardworking. And this song not only serves as her I Want song, but also serves as a foundation for her character, so that she wants to work hard and she wants to achieve her dream. So it kind of serves a dual purpose there.
So many of the I Want songs are I Wish songs. And I feel like Almost There is not an I wish song. It's an I will song.
Yeah.
That is
So
a good point. Yeah.
she's not wishing for it to happen. There's no magical beings that are going to come in and intervene. Her I want song is a song about this is my goal and this is how I want it, so I'm going to make it happen. Even if I get turned into a frog and some low life dude follows me around while I'm a frog for a little while.
Yeah.
I think you guys have changed my opinion. These are very strong arguments.
This is a very interesting conversation right now. This is like my favorite one that we've talked about thus far.
Definitely.
So the only other I think thing I think through what you said, I think we kind of know how y'all connected with those. As my last question would be, what about the popularity of these three songs?
But
I mean,
again,
there's a clear winner on what's the most popular, I would say.
Yeah, but again, we're at that level where everything is popular. So that's becoming less and less of an argument that will sway a song one way or another.
I hate to say it, but Princess and the Frog was not that popular of a film. Almost There, while it's a fantastic song, it's same thing with Out There. Reflection is clearly the most popular of these three songs. So just want to throw that out there before y'all make your final decision. Something to think about. That being said, let's y'all ready to vote? Think you have your votes in your head? Think you're ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Virginia. So your choices are Almost There, Out There, or Reflection.
I'm gonna stick with Out There. I know I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna stick to my guns.
1 for Out There. We're gonna move to Catherine.
I am similarly sticking to my guns and sticking with Reflection.
1 for Reflection. Very interesting. And Eric.
I think you both convinced me. I am switching my vote to Reflection.
Whoa, interesting. So
High five.
Reflection.
High five.
Yeah.
The version in the movie is a lot shorter and not quite as impactful as the pop version.
Here's the problem, though, because I think I'm going to go with Out There, which means we're tied again. So people who are watching, we have people watching still. Let's go to the audience. Audience, Out There or Reflection? Out There or Reflection?
Don't let me down. Don't do this to me, the Hunchback fans. The musical theater kids.
I think I still like Reflection. It comes down to just kind of like which one I connect with more. They're so close. Boom, 2 for Out There. 1 for Reflection.
You, Luis. Love you.
2 for Out There, 1 for Reflection. There's one more person who may or may not comment. We'll see. We'll give them a second.
Come through.
We'll give them 5 seconds before I lock it in.
Come through.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right. They did not vote. So Out There is next. That was razor thin. And I guess that would mean that Reflection goes in the next slot after that, right?
I would agree with that.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, they're both Luis. Never mind, just kidding. I got really excited for a second. Never mind.
All right. And then Reflection, right? Out There and then Reflection. Okay.
I feel like I need to stretch my hammies for this next part because it's gonna get tight.
All right, top 4. Who starts this one?
Can we see the list again? Pretty please.
Absolutely. I'll bring up the list here.
Thank you.
So what we have left is Part of Your World, Go the Distance. I'm shocked that Go the Distance has had some legs up on this bad boy. Almost There and How Far I'll Go. I'm happy. I love Go the Distance.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really happy for how well Almost There is performing. Like, really happy about that. I think I know what the top 2 is going to be. So, like, I'm going to throw this out here just to expedite things a little bit. It seems to me at this point that the fight for 3rd and 4th is between Go the Distance and Almost There.
Is it though?
I wouldn't say that actually.
That's what I would throw out. If y'all are all in disagreement on that, then then we can just take it at just the 4 slot. But to me, it seems like that's what it would be right now, is Go the Distance and Almost There.
I mean, I feel like Go the Distance goes in the 4th slot, and then like the Knives come out for the top 3.
See, I was gonna put for the 4th slot How Far I'll Go.
Really?
I see that to
Yeah.
me as a contender for the number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So I think we need to take it
Again-
one at a time.
Again, all the whole disclaimers. Not like but it's just by a factor of when it came out. It's not a Renaissance song, so it doesn't have the longevity as much, and it doesn't have the bopability of an Almost There.
Okay.
I will agree with you. Nothing has the bopability of Almost There.
Right.
Nothing does.
So because it doesn't have the longevity of the first 2, and because it doesn't have the bopability of an Almost There, that by default for me, then it's number 4.
Okay, so here's the thing. We're at an hour 30. I think this is going to require a little bit more of an in-depth conversation. I don't want to rush through these last ones. I think we should continue this to the next episode next week. I'd love to have you all back if you're all available for next week. We would be doing it on Wednesday, not Thursday. If I can get all of you back to discuss the top 4 slots, because we're getting a little bit late here. So this was such a spirited debate. Are we all okay with that? Putting a pin in this and discussing who our top 4 are for next week.
Yep. Sounds fun.
That's fine.
Okay. Mike does have a quick hot take here, though, that I want to call out here. Hot take: I think How Far is the catchiest song on this list.
I was surprised to hear you all saying it did not have bopability, because
Didn't say it was boppable. Didn't say it wasn't boppable.
I was like ready to riot when it didn't win the Oscar that year. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
That was shocking. That was shocking, but I think Almost There is like one of the best Disney songs of all time. Like that song just slaps hard. Yeah, like okay, so we'll continue this next week. Homework, everybody listen to those top 4 songs, really think about it, really dig in, and the Knives will come out next Wednesday. Kat, do you have rehearsal next Wednesday or no?
I do. We're getting close to opening in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, so we'll probably do another 8:30, 9 o'clock start, somewhere around there. You think you can get here around 9 or close to 9? Even if you just like phone in on your drive home.
Yeah. If I phone in on my drive home, I get out at 9. So
okay, so let's do a phone in
you
at 9.
won't get to see my face, but
All right, let's do a phone in at 9. We'll do an 8:30 start next Wednesday. Phone in at 9. And that's when we'll start the discussion. On that first half hour, we will talk about what's new in the pop culture news before we get into our continued conversation about Best Disney Songs Round 2, I Want. And then we'll go right from that into the next round 3, which will be love songs. We'll try and get a couple more people for the next one. I want an all-out battle royale. I'm really enjoying this. I think this is going to be our format going forward. We'll talk a little bit about the what's going on in the geek news, but then we'll do this in lieu of being able to do votes, because Facebook is stupid and keeps changing everything. We can't do polls, but what we will do is we'll do larger panel discussions where we'll rank things. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so we'll do this from week to week. So we still have love songs, and then after that we have showstoppers, bangers, and bops. So that's going to be a good one. And for showstopper, bangers, and bops, I got to get one of the best voices I know, Laura Lydon, who's in the comments here. Laura, I want you on for showstoppers, bangers, and bops. You want a show-stopping voice? That's a show-stopping voice right there. Maybe we'll get her to belt a couple bars, because you'll get chills, y'all. She's very good. Thank you so much for watching. Anybody got anything they want to plug real quick before we log off for the evening? No from Eric, no from Virginia. I forgot. I will. That's in 2 weeks, Laura. That's in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, for showstopper, bangers, and bops that I want you on. I will plug my book launch. It's coming up next month. Tickets are on sale. You can get them from Fitzgerald's. It's going to be at Fitzgerald's nightclub on July 17th. I'll be releasing my first book. Very excited for it. It's called Hi, I'm Ella. Hopefully the website will be up soon. If people want to start pre-ordering, you will be able to buy the book. So the book is included in the ticket price, and I will be signing books that day as well. Also, you will get to meet Ella the puppet at the show as well. We'll have some music going on. It's just going to be a really good time. Hoping to get some face painters that are vaccinated. There'll be more information on that soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Keep it dope. Peace, everyone.